couldn't keep it in. United could. Pace forward now with Lewis Rankin. Run and tripped by Crowd. Great skill on show from Lewis Rankin. Using those quick feet to keep the ball away from the Loughborough players, 3 of them on the back of Rankin. Well, Rankin is going to take the set piece himself. So around 10 minutes gone. Remains at 0-0. But will it remain scoreless following this Lewis Rankin set piece? From the right touchline, up goes Barnett, but he's beaten by Bonner. And now on the counter, just surging Dan Saddles the challenge from Kyle Carey, and it would have been a great chance for Oliver Davis if they got the through ball right. They didn't. As United try to go at the other end, Dominic Allain is by the linesman's flag. Here come Loughborough again with Ben Last. Making his way towards the box. He's off the doer. What will he do from here? Bochi dive to the ground, and well, honestly, to me that looked like a dive. And how the referee has not brought out the yellow card for that? That has got to be one of the. It was like a swan dive. It was like the sort of celebration that you saw Chris Ashton do when he scored tries for England. And Loughborough will try and get it out now, but I've got to say, that was pathetic. If it was indeed a dive, it was an absolutely terrible one. But United have got the throw. Down line to Musa. Now Barnett. Can he get the cross in? He can! But cross met by the Loughborough defender, sent back into danger by Valent. Offside as Allain gets the touch towards the keeper. Loughborough quickly back on the defensive, and there's space on the right flank for Crooks, the captain. He's quickly closed up by Kyle Carey, and he can't keep the ball within the boundaries of the pitch. Throw in Coventry United around 15 yards into their own half. The next time you'll be hearing these dulcet tones on the airwaves is tomorrow afternoon. That's weather permitting. We've had a lot of sunshine today, so fingers crossed the butts will be in play. So my understanding it will be, as United ladies take on Chichester. So kick off at 2 o'clock tomorrow. We'll be on air about 10 minutes before the game. It's in the back line now with Harry Clibbens. Crowd calling for it, but he goes for a more direct approach. Forward to Bochi. Challenge made by Chris Cox. Plays a 1-2 with Lewis Rankin. The return ball wasn't perfect. It was too close to Cox, and that has meant that Cox has lost out. Crowd plays it back to Sutton, who clears. Brought down to work by Last. Now Harry Davis tries to give it back to Last, but only as far as Ben Valence. Dominic Allain through for Ben Valence again. It's Valence into the area. Can he cross for Aaron Opoku? He tried. There's another ball on the field, and the referee may well stop the game. He hasn't, as Lewis Rankin tries to send it back towards the young football fanatics behind the goal in the five-a-side pitches. There's Loughborough the United there now. That ball could have been a beach ball incident. Liverpool-Sunderland back in 2009. But luckily we avoided such a catastrophe. Allain. The ball may have taken a little deflection there. Anyway, it hasn't reached Opoku, and it's passed back to Salon, the Loughborough goalkeeper. Cribbins will stride away from his penalty area. Decides not to invasion it. Instead finds his number 11. He won't find him for long, as now it's Rankin in possession. Gift Musa, who of course was sent off against Boldmere on Thursday. We'll only get a 1. Barnett wants the free kick. He won't get one. It's cross-headed away by Cribbins, and Barnett does not look too happy about it. He's still on the floors. Loughborough have still got to play it down themselves. Referee not calling for the game to be stopped yet, but Loughborough have taken the decision into their own hands and have put it into touch for the throw-in, so that Barnett can receive some treatment. It looks like the knee of Barnett's causing him the issues, but now he's getting back to his feet. It was it the number 11 for? I think no, it wasn't number 11. It was Crowd actually. It was Crowd who went down. It was a collision between Crowd and Barnett. Thankfully, both players okay, back on their feet, and the game's underway once again. 15 minutes gone. Here are the Trevor Brown Memorial on a Boldmere St Michael's FC. Score remains Coventry United 0, Loughborough University 0. We haven't seen any shots or saves of note so far. The best that we've seen since kickoff was a ball that flashed across the face of goal from Loughborough about 3 minutes ago, something like that. And again, to be fair, that's probably been Loughborough's go. They've just been passing it back to the keeper at any opportunity. And there he is again. Here's Bonner. Back to Sands. Sands seen more of that ball than anyone. It's not due to save. He's just been getting the ball through passes from the back line. Now Crowd getting his legs kicking and to get the ball forward. Crowd is in the centre with Bochi, bit of a shoulder barge by Carey. He did the trick as Prinzel was in there to mop it up. Valance. Now Musa. It's the back line with Rob Prinzel. Prinzel playing in centre back along with Chris Moment for Loughborough University, and they've rode. United may put them under yet more pressure with this throw right in the corner on the left-hand side. United with a sizable victory over Loughborough in the early part of the season. The University of Loughborough Stadium, and it's put behind the goal rather than in it by Dominic Elaine. Ball rustling the side of the nets rather than going in it. Elaine has scored some very memorable goals this season. It wouldn't have been quite as memorable as a few others, but it would have been certainly a well-received goal. So the ball now with Tom Deitch, who rolls it across to Ben Valance at left back. The sun's setting here in Boldmere. Musa switches the play nicely to Rob Prinzel, who starts his run now towards that halfway line. Deft pass to the right with Kyle Barnett. Barnett checks himself and lays it across to Kyle Barnett. A poor weighted pass by Carey, but it is picked up by Cox just before Hansen could do anything with it. Challenge on Elaine. Rankin will ensure possession stays in greens. Musa to Rankin. Looking for Beja, but Beja went too far to the left. Good ideas from Coventry United, it must be said, but at the minute they're not, I'm not sure whether they're not talking or there are going to be more opportunities. I've just got to take them, and there's going to be a brief stoppage now. So it's such a throw-in, taking just a foot of the dog out. Pass around the back line once again with Loughborough University. Carrying the interception. Passed around the United penalty area to Rob Prinzel. It's not been a game of masses and masses of chances. It's been patient and intelligent play from both sides, just waiting for the right opportunity rather than just crafting ones that aren't going to work. Ball down the right by Apoku. Beja in towards Lewis Rankin. And if the number 5 Bonner wasn't there at the near post, Rankin would have had a tap in at the far. It will be a corner kick. So the corner on the right taken by Lewis Rankin. He's had a bit of a season renaissance in the last couple of weeks. United's only recognised striker gets two challenges, and Apoku is on his way towards that penalty area. Lays it off for Ben Valance. Valance's cross straight into touch for a goal. United giving us just a little preview of what they can do. Well, Stan's kick has played Loughborough right back into danger. They've got to try and play their way away from the back line, which they have done. And as Hansen got towards that halfway line, he received a shove in the back, which will result in a Loughborough free kick, which is quickly taken. It's back into the defensive third. Last, taking on Gift Musa, step over and takes it past the United number 4, not an easy thing to do. Now Dua, trying to take it past Barnett. It's well held by Barnett. Basic tries to make some progress, but again, Loughborough come away with possession in hand. Bochi, shrugged to the ground by Chris Cox. Referee gives the free kick around 10 yards into the United half. Certainly not a shooting position. It could be an opportunity to kick-start an attack, which could lead to Loughborough's opening goal. And in the position that Loughborough are in, they seriously need some points. I mean, Loughborough, they're above that relegation zone. South Normanton picking up a big 3-0 victory today. Shawbury drawing 2-2 at Rosehill. They were 2-0 up heading into added time. If it wasn't for those late goals from Rosehill, then Shawbury would be breathing right down Loughborough's neck. So in one way, the results have gone. The Salon in goal. Clibbons, the centre-back. Dewey trying to make some space for himself, but it's passed across to Taylor. And just able to accelerate away from Rankin. Pass into the centre circle, nearly intercepted by Kyle Carey, but his opposite number 8 comes with it, and a foul by Carey, and Lass is not happy. He's got the free kick to play on. We've had half an hour in Boldmere, sizing this one up. A 4-player wall waiting. Crooks has made his way towards that wall. So it will be either Last or Bochi. It's going to be Bochi to line it up, and a brilliant parry down to the left by Tom Deitch. He's had a quiet evening, but when you know you've got a reliable keeper between the sticks. And Dominic Elaine puts the resulting ball out of play for a throw-in to Loughborough University. Level with the penalty area on the right-hand side, and the score's still breathing down United's neck. Crooks shields it from Valence. Still a chance to get the ball in. Here's Bochi, who nearly found that with that free kick dispossessed. Musa, Elaine's pass is blocked, but it does mean United have got the throw. United seem to have switched to more of a 4-3-3 at the minutes, with Elaine dropping back into midfield to help out Carey and Musa. Pass finds Rankin. Carey across to the right flank now with Barnett in acres of space. United, of course, attacking towards the sun. That low light can't be helping them. Carey, ball down the right flank to Opoku. Jumps the challenge of Danny Taylor. Overlap being made by Kyle Barnett. It takes some attention away from Opoku, gives him enough time to get the ball in. Rankin. Well, Rankin leaving that one, but I'm sure that he could have got a head on that. Giving up a little bit too easy there, the United attacker. It remains scoreless. United have only had a 1-0 draw all season. We do, of course, hope that we don't get a second today. They've been just 2 0-0 draws in CUTV this season at all. A 0-0 at Crystal Palace for the Coventry United ladies. The second of 2 scorelines with no goals. Confident that we won't have another one of those on our hands tonight. And United can continue their winning ways. They will go above several teams and up to 6th place. Bonner. Last wants it through. Last gets it through. And threads it down the right for Crooks to give chase. Valence should get there before him. He does. Checks his run. And now he's got a decision to make. And look at that. Straight through the legs of Crooks. Ronaldinho, eat your heart out. Rankin. Now Elaine puts it through. And as Aaron Opoku, he took it past Stalin. It wasn't going in the net anyway, but the referee assistant on this near side has raised the flag, and offside is the decision. As we close in on the final whistle, the floodlights are taking effect as the natural light evaporates. We'll be going off air for around 10 minutes here on CUTV at the break, so look for the new live stream around 10 minutes after the half-time whistle. Rob Prinzel closed down by Bochi, gets the ball away towards Kyle Carey, header won by the left back for Loughborough University crowd. Bonner cleared towards the right hand side with Crooks. Last Lob pass hoping to find Hansen, up rather than out by Rob Prinzel. And if it is out, it's out of play on Boldmere's right, deep into United's half. Last. Davis, across to Danny Taylor. He's got Rankin behind, but apart from that, he's got a free run here. Hansen now on the left flank with Crowd. Loughborough knocking on the door, but no one answering. And a nice little 1-2 between Dewar away the throw inside the half. Now Kyle Carey, lovely trickery to get his way past Hansen and makes his way towards the penalty area, but blocked off by a combination of Loughborough defenders and Aaron Apoku, and the ball runs towards Stallen. Last picks it up and strides forward, looking for what would have been a great through ball to Dewar. It was picked up by Barnett, but Barnett couldn't keep it. Now Dewar's got it into the penalty area, slipped by Cox, opens up the chance for Ben Last. Can he get the shots away? No, he can't. He's blocked off by Rob Prinzel. Great defending from the man for the Red and Greens. Carey spins away from Taylor. Gift moves a bit hesitant with that one, but retains the ball. With a pass towards, I think he was going for Kyle Barnett. It was blocked off, and Dewar sending to the floor. Right on the touchline. Free kick, Coventry United, and the referee